Hello and welcome to the 99th episode of the Harad campaign of 4th Age Total War Dominion of Men, a modification of Rome Total War Barbarian Invasion. I am Wombat, or Wombat as you please. We are currently in turn 123. Last episode I was contemplating what to do with these rogues I have up here, as I can't really make any immediate use of them against Greyholm, but since Greyholm as an independent people's province is not fixing any of the damage that I've caused, and Dunland does not seem to be in a hurry to recapture Greyholm, which is understandable considering the attrition I've put them through. I don't really want to damage the settlement, Ridmalin, maybe, because it's probably not going to be captured by Dunland, but rather by Tharbad once they get back on their feet, which seems to be happening. They've got some armies moving around. Unfortunately, they're all just these crappy, like, spearmen, all spearmen, basic spearmen, tier 1 spearmen armies, which aren't going to do shit really, but if they send enough of them often enough, then maybe something good will happen. They should eventually capture Bree, but they have all of this area up here, all the way until Gunbad, basically. It's an interesting situation here. Dale went and captured Gunbad, and the next thing over, I forget what the hell it's called, and for some reason never bothered to expose it. And they're still holding on to that far fort, but not the near one, the one near to them, Gunbad. Gundabad. And so that's kind of curious. I've got just some garrison sort of stuck out here with works in between. But that does mean they share a border with Tharbad, which is not great because that means they might declare war on Tharbad, which means I might have to declare war on Tharbad. I don't think that's how it works necessarily, but it's always possible. So I basically got two choices as to what I can do with these rogues. I can go and try to assassinate this rogue, which might be a good thing to do because this rogue could potentially cause me trouble as I send my armies up through. Could assassinate my characters. It's kind of unlikely, plus I can just use my armies to squish them if I find them, and maybe have some spies embedded in those armies to make sure that they're going to be safe. And that seems like the much more cost-effective way of doing things, considering that I'll probably lose a lot of these guys. The other thing is I could send them all the way up to the Numinos and start destroying the infrastructure there. That is something that is somewhat appealing to me because it will help to weaken Reunited Kingdom here and potentially cause Tharbad to finally capture a Numinos. But if that's going to be what we're doing, then we should check to see just how difficult it would be for them to damage things there. So let's look at somebody who can damage things. Why does it say no? Is it because he can't move that far? I suppose that's probably it. So it looks like the only way I'm going to be able to find out if I can make this work is if I send my men up there. But the fact that the king is in place here makes me feel like, yeah, I'm definitely not going to be able to do any damage. So honestly, I don't think that's going to work out. So what I'm going to do instead then is just bring them back here since I'm already losing some of my rogues in this area, and I just let them continue to destroy the infrastructure of Rhun. I think that's everything that I wanted to do with rogues. This guy's moved already. Now I think I just have my scouts that need to move around. There's always a chance that this character in here will die of plague, so I'm going to keep him implagued until such time as Tharbad can capture the place, which is probably going to take a while because I keep sending just the worst goddamn units, but it's understandable since they probably had zero infrastructure in these northern hinterlands. All of their primary production center here by Tharbad was captured and destroyed by the Dunlendings. Oh shit. I already moved him. Crap. Well, with any luck he won't lose. He won't lose his plague infection. I'm going to go ahead and send this fellow over here to expose these last two settlements here. I'm not sure why I didn't do that earlier in the campaign. It's annoying to me not to have everything exposed. I may go ahead and capture J.R.R next turn. Let's see, let's go ahead and merge these two. Let's see, I can leave 4 in there. Cannot just move them. It's annoying. Let's move them this way. Oh, I can attack the place now. I hadn't thought about that. Let's think about that. Just checking. Yeah, this one's going to be a problem. Yep, I've got plenty of leeway there. Okay, I think I can do it. Let me give it a try. Can my agent get out of there? Nope. Okay. Alright, well, we'll get money for doing this, obviously. Let's see what we're attacking. Just that guy. That I think I can manage. The mariner who is single of purpose and not tied to the shore goes further and learns better how to deal with the sea. Tar-Aldarion, 6th King of Numenor. Okay, so all these towers are going to be useless because there's not going to be anybody near the walls. Let's just drop those off. Don't have to be sly about approaching the walls. Just come right here. Flat settlement here. Don't need to capture anything more than this one gate. All the walls are very far from where the action is going to be, so I really don't have to worry about them shooting at me. Okay, so I want to set up all of my spearmen in a front line here. All of my archers behind them. Horsemen will be the last line of archers. I can put them here. Be fine. Let's make sure none of them are going to be going near a wall that can shoot at them. Damn close to this one. Playing with fire. Gotta keep an eye on the enemy, make sure he's not reacting to my movements. So my objective will be to get the attention of the enemy general with my longer range archers. Once he's headed towards there, I'll allow my horse archers to engage from the side. time they get within range of my spear chuckers here, they should all be able to eliminate him with one volley. Anybody need to rest up? Everybody looks good. Okay, so I'm just going to start inching forward. Okay, I'm actually in decent range here. Okay, that looks good. Now these are no Dunedain, so even firing from the front, see, I'll be able to hit and take out a lot of them. So you guys in range? You are, so I'll just put you on fire at will, and you guys can be on fire at will as well, and hold your ground. I was not expecting them to get all the way to my line. Okay, you guys. Don't need any more friendly fire going on. Look at that, they are just not giving up. Now we'll go ahead and end there, so I don't get any more friendly fire casualties. To waver is to fall. Elessar Telkuntar, first king of the Reunited Kingdom. Oh, here we go! Victory conditions have been met. So, I need no longer bore you guys with hours upon hours of very little happening. You have prevailed over your enemies. The Empire of Harad is now the ruling force in Middle-earth, and all will shake at her presence. So our Empire is a female. That's interesting to note. Some nice illustrations here. Really cute looking. Alright, well, that's enough of that. Well, occupy now. There is a significant problem here. Two of our settlements are not having it. So that means moving our capital. So honestly, the easiest thing for me to do now, the thing I'm probably going to do, is just take the settlements I'm having the most trouble keeping hold of. I guess Parchra would be best, and just gifting it to Far Harad for them to take care of, rather than trying to mess around with. Probably do that with all of these most eastern provinces, and that way I can take and hold Hornburg and Ettenwade very easily, or more easily get them developed. That's as far as I want my empire to extend. So Hornburg and Ettenwade. Don't want to try to hold on to Devfreka. I think it would just be too far away. So I'll just capture, destroy that, and let it go to the independent peoples. And then I'll work on making my expeditionary force to go and take the havens. So that was fun. I do hope that you will join for the extended expedition to Mythland once I get ready for that. And I hope you enjoyed this little adventure we had. It was lots of fun. I'm glad to see I effectively saw a campaign concluded. That was begun, I don't know, what, 2 years ago? Holy shit. It's a long time ago. But if you haven't yet, make sure to check out Tulkas's initial turns on this campaign. This is a continuation of his campaign from back then. And my next campaign should be in the current version of the mod, which will be nice for everybody to see. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. Thank you for watching. Okay, how silly of me. Obviously, you will want to see some of the faction details and overviews and so forth. Some of these pages. So here we go. Battles won, 326. Battles lost, 53. Most of those battles, I imagine, were deliberately lost for one reason or another, but that would, of course, include battles from before I took over the campaign. Let's see here. Got 80 family members at the end. Considering we only have 40 provinces controlled, that means we have roughly twice as many family members as we strictly need. That probably includes family members that are not of age yet. So as you can see, our provinces totaled were 45 to get victory conditions. That is because of the 5 provinces held down here by Far Harad, our protectorate, which we are considered to control, which are not counted towards victory conditions. And let's look at, here we go. Some of these charts. Let's just get everybody, all factions. Okay, so you can see an overall ranking shot up pretty precipitously after turn 64. Let's see. So that looks like, let's see, this is close to turn 192, and we're on turn, I think, 120, so 123. So looks like it took me a little while to turn things around, start shooting up with the ranking, but we are definitely ranked above all other factions in overall ranking and military ranking. We are still well below the elves. You can see where are the elves? This one. That's the elves right there on top. It's just because their units are so very powerful. But we are above the dwarves, who also have very powerful units, so that's impressive. Let's see, Dale is shooting up almost to the point where they're going to join us in military capacity. Partly, I think, because I've been reducing my military expenditures, or at least trying to flatline them, as you can see, over the past several turns. Well, I don't know, what looks like about 50 turns. Production, tremendous for me. Been building the whole time. Territorially, always up, always up. That's good to see. Financially, okay, so this right here is where the Reunited Kingdom took over the Shire as a protectorate, and that was my whole campaign of getting rid of their money with my rogues. Very successful. Right there is where I started getting rid of Rohan's money with my rogues, destroying their infrastructure. See that little dip there on Rohan. What is that, the elves? How did they lose so much money? I don't know why the elves lost so much money right there. Maybe they just started building units? It's hard to say. Okay, and dwarves, of course, wealthy as ever. Population way outstripping all the other factions. Those Southlands can get very populous very quickly. Let's just do it like this. We'll do it like this. Just want to take a look at the populations of those that I targeted with the plague. If I can get a reasonable detail on that, considering how disproportionate their numbers will be. Let's see. I got Rohan with the plague? Yeah. Let's see, who else? Dunland. Not Rhun, Dunland. There she is. Okay, so that's where, I guess this loss here represents the loss of settlements, and then these losses here would represent where they started losing population due to plague. Tharbad. Tharbad, you silly buggers. You were doing so well. And they lost to Dunland, of all people. Okay, what else do we want to look at? No, that's it. That's all the rankings. So, there we go. I'm glad I remembered that. Here's my family. You can see a lot of young'uns. Anyway, I'm glad I remembered to put those in for y'all. I'm sure you'll appreciate it. This will conclude episode 99 of the Harad campaign of 4th Age Total War Dominion of Men, a modification of Rome Total War Barbarian Invasion, comprising turns 123.3 through 123.4. I am Wombat, or Wombat as you please. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and check out our Facebook page each week for Steam Key raffle giveaways. That is at FATW LPs on Facebook.